Hi, everybody. Good morning, everyone. How is everybody today? Before we start cooking, I want to share something very, very special with you. Come on over here and take a look at what's happening. Boys and girls, this morning, our butterflies have hatched. That means that the chrysalids broke open and butterflies have appeared in our butterfly house. And it's so exciting. This one is on the top. And what they're doing right now is they're drying out their wings. So what happens is they crack open out of the chrysalis and their wings are still a little wet. So they take their wings and they just continue flapping them and they're drying them out. Now, if you notice on the bottom, what does that look like to you? They're oranges and clementines. Butterflies drink nectar in their real habitat outside. They fly from flower to flower and they drink sweet juice. That sweet juice is called nectar. So I know that when they're in this butterfly home, they love oranges. The sweet juice of oranges reminds them of the nectar outside. Boys and girls, the name of this butterfly is called the painted lady. Very exciting news to report for the day. Our painted ladies have hatched out and they will stay in here. Today is Friday. They're going to stay in here Saturday and Sunday. On Monday, we're going to release them. That means you're going to go outside with me and our butterflies and you're going to watch me release them out into their real habitat of nature. Okay, boys and girls, let's start baking. Today, I'm going to share a story with you, and the story is called Jamberry. The author is Bruce Deegan. The word in this title is going to give you a clue of what we're going to have fun doing. It has to do with berries. So before I begin to read the story, we're going to bake. So I have the recipe, I have the ingredients, and I have the directions. The first ingredient calls for margarine or butter. So in here, boys and girls, I've already measured out the butter, and it calls for 1/3 cup, which is about this much butter. And right on here, it actually gives you the measurements, which is helpful. So in here, I put 1/3 cup of butter. The next ingredient is flour. Here's our flour. And I measured out 1/2 cup. So remember, this is our measuring cup, and it has numbers on it for you to read. So right here at the line is 1/2 cup. I'm going to put that in with our butter. The next ingredient is sugar, because these are sweet and yummy. So I'm going to measure out our sugar with you. It's 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. So I have to look for on our measuring spoons, tablespoon. Tablespoon is the biggest spoon in here. So I dip my measuring spoon in here, and I want to make sure that it is leveled off. Here's 1 tablespoon. Into the bowl it goes. And then 1/2 tablespoon. So 1/2 tablespoon. is measured out and into the bowl. We now have our sugar. Next, boys and girls, is vanilla extract. And this is so fun because as I open it up, I love this smell and I use my hands and waft. Delicious. So now it calls for a half a teaspoon. So I put this down. I look through my measuring spoons and I find half a teaspoon. Here it is. And I want to put the spoon always over the bowl. That way it's safe. So I measure out half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, boys and girls, the next thing I have to do is mix. So I take my mixing spoon. Remember, I hold on to that bowl. And I mix it up. And remember, this is when a lot of you can take turns. One of you can hold the bowl, and another person in your family can mix. And you keep mixing, and it starts off to have what's called a crumbly texture. Can you say crumbly? That's a fun word to say, crumbly. So it's starting to crumble, and you want to mix up all the ingredients together. Then when it starts to crumble, you get to use your hands. Oh, boys and girls, I wanted to mention, I preheated the oven already to 350 degrees. Then after I preheated the oven, I did wash my hands thoroughly with soap and water, so they are clean. So now I get to use my hands in the bowl. And you want to knead it. That means you take your hands together and you want to squeeze the dough, the batter, till it forms like a ball. And you push and squeeze and push and squeeze. And you can all have fun doing this after you wash your hands. And magically, boys and girls, the dough starts to stick together with all the ingredients. And you can push down on it and grab it and squeeze it. Now, we are going to make jamberry cookies. So, my next step in our baking, you take about a tablespoon of dough and you roll it in a ball. Then you put it in the palm of your hand and push down. And you place it on your cookie sheet. You can also, if you don't want to push it down with your hand, you can put it on here and use a bottom of a glass and push down. And that works too. And if pieces come off, you just put them back into the bowl. But you know what, boys and girls? I love baking so much that I just like to use my hands. So I'm going to just push these down in the shape of a cookie. And I'm going to keep doing this. And if it gets crumbly, you just put it in your palms and keep pushing. I'm going to do a couple more. And you push the dough into the bowl. And then you grab it and you squeeze gently back and forth till it forms together. You form a ball and you gently push down in your hands and put it on your tray. And I'm going to take a little bit of this one. And I'm going to make one more cookie. I have this one. Now, boys and girls, once I have them on the tray, it is time to put them in the oven. Here's my last cookie. Now, when the cookies are on the tray, you want to space them out so that, remember, when we bake cookies, what happens when they go into the oven? They grow. So we want to leave space in between each cookie. So now, boys and girls, I'll be right back. I'm going to put these in the oven and set the timer for 10 minutes. We're going into the oven. And now, I'm going to set the timer. You can hear that. I'm setting it for 10 minutes. Okay, timer is set. Now, boys and girls, I am going to read you a favorite book of mine. When my girls were younger, I used to read this story to them. The title again is Jamberry by Bruce Daigle. And look, the little boy and the bear are having so much fun with blueberries. Jamberry. One berry, two berry, pick me a blueberry. Look how much fun they're having. Hatberry, shoeberry, in my canoeberry. Oh my goodness. They're in the water on a canoe and they're calling it canoeberry. Under the bridge and over the dam, looking for berries, berries for jam. Look at all the berries going into the water, down the dam. Uh-oh, the canoe tipped over and all the blueberries along with them. And look, blueberries in a shoe. 3-berry, 4-berry, hayberry, strawberry. Now we're reading about strawberries. Finger and pawberry, my berry, your berry. They're sharing berries. Strawberry ponies, strawberry lambs, dancing in meadows of strawberry jam. Look at all the wonderful animals playing around, having a great time with their friends in berries. Quickberry, quackberry, pick me a blackberry. Here are the blackberries growing on the vines. Trainberry, trackberry, clickety-clackberry. Oh my goodness. Rumble and ramble in blackberry bramble. Billions of berries for blackberry jamble. Look at them covered from head to toe in berries. Raspberry, jazzberry, rasm to zazberry. Berry band, merry band, jamming in a berry land. Now they're playing all instruments in the berry land. Raspberry rabbits, raspberry band, elephants skating on raspberry jam. Oh my, look at them, skating in berries. Moonberry, strawberry, cloudberry sky, boomberry, zoomberry, rockets shoot by. An explosion of berries everywhere. Mountains and fountains rain down on me, buried in berries. What a jamboree! The end. So this is a wonderful story, all about berries and having fun. Okay, oh my goodness, boys and girls, I smell the cookies. They're baking. So while we're waiting, we're going to have a look. This painted lady butterfly has spread its wings. And again, it's drying out the wings because when they hatch, the wings are wet. I want you to take a close look at the colors. If you can see the colors of them, I notice and observe some orange and brown and white. Boys and girls, I hear the timer. Let me go check on those cookies. Let me check on them. Oh, I think they're done. Let me get my oven mitts. Oh my. Look at our cookies. Wow. They are finished. I have my oven mitts because it's hot. So now, boys and girls, now that our cookies are done, we're going to turn them into jelly jamboree sandwiches that go along with our Jamboree book. Now, because the story was about them having fun in berries, I thought it would be fun to have strawberry jam and grape jam. So I'm going to show you now how to make a cookie sandwich. I'm going to start with our strawberry jam. And I'm just going to hold the tray and pick up a cookie. Now, I take a spoonful of strawberry jam. And now I'm going to take another cookie and put it on top and push down gently. And now, boys and girls, what some people like to do is put something very special on top of your cookie. This is called confectioner's sugar. And it is sweet and it's powdery. So I just wanted to show you what I like to do is I take a little bit of confectioner's sugar and I sprinkle it on top. And there we have, boys and girls, our Jamboree cookie. Should I do one more with the grape? Okay. I'll make one more with the grape jelly. So again, I take a spoon, a little bit of grape jelly. I take my cookie. I put a little bit of jam. I'm gonna put a little bit more because I love grape jelly or jam. I take my top cookie, I push down, delicious. And I'm going to take confectioner's sugar and just sprinkle a little bit on top. And here, boys and girls, is our Grandma Jemmy's Jelly Jamboree. Okay, boys and girls, I hope everybody has a wonderful day today. I predict it's going to be a beautiful day. I think we're actually going to have some warm weather today, so it's very exciting. Get outside and play with your families. And remember, today is Friday. Monday, we are going to set the butterflies free. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you soon.